Assalamu alaikum. We continue now with the letters. Last time we finished the a, b, t, th. Now we cover these: j, h, kh, d, th, r, z. So these are the sounds of these letters. And here I listed these. We will have the rest here. So up to here, the z, z. So we would cover these 7 here. You see those 3, they look the same: g, h, kh. The only difference is these dots. This one is under the dot here. This one is above. This one has no dots. And here they look similar. These 2 are identical except for this dot. This is the. These are similar, but this one here is the z. This is the ra, r, and this is the z. You see the difference is the dot there. So these should be easy to remember. You just differentiate with the dots or no dots. Now here is an example of these. So for this one here, this is the j. You see it here, it's in the middle, in the beginning. Here it's how it's written in the middle, and that's how it's written at the end of a word. So that's how you would see it. That's different shapes. Of course, different scripts, they might look different, but this is a general look of how the letter looks. You see that how it looks here. Similar to that. The only thing is the dot underneath it. So that's the j. The way you pronounce it is like this, close to the j in English, but it's more like the g in gym. It's not like exactly like j in English, but think of it as the g in gym. This word here is jamal. I talked about these diacritics here. This is short vowel a. So jamal, which means beauty, jamal. So the sound of it is close to that letter of g in gym, j. So here you see this is the second letter, ha. See there is no dots on it, ha. That's how it's written in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end here. This is connected here together. So this is, they're touching. So, and sometimes for however the word is designed, you might see this in the middle like this. So you will have another letter there. So this will be in the middle. But if it starts any part of the word, that's how it looks. Same story here. If it's starting and it's connected, it would look like this. If there is a letter connected to it, because if this here had an R or a Z before it, these letters, they connect to nothing after them, but they connect to letters before them. So you might see like a da, a the, a ra, a za before it. So it will look like without this connection, and it will be in the middle. So that's why this is just a general look at it, but once you start studying text, you'll easily figure that out. But if something is connected to it, it will look like this here. Same thing here. If something is connected to it, it will look like this. Here, this is ha. So in some texts, they use this letter H and a dot underneath it to approximate the pronunciation of this one here. So this word here is hal, which means condition. So you might hear someone say كيف الحال. How, كيف is how, الحال the condition. But it means in general, everything. It's like saying how are you. So you can say it. It's not used that often, but some people will use it. Say كيف الحال. How is the condition, meaning in general, everything. How are things? So this حال means condition or situation. So حال حال. You can approximate it with this H, but as I said, you notice the ha there. If you check on Wikipedia for these letters separately, just print this in Arabic in the search box when you get to Wikipedia, and you will get these letters with more information about the pronunciation. So now you have a sound, and you get more information about how these, what letters they approximate, and more discussions of it, if you like to do that. For now, if you try to approximate the ha. This here is the third one, the kha. You see here, same, it looks just like these, but with a dot on top. Beginning, middle, end. And as I said, in the middle you might have this like this in the middle, but nothing connected to it. So with these letters here, they don't connect to any letters after them, but before them they might get connected to letters before them. So this here is the kha. This kha here, khal. This word is khal, which means vinegar. So khal. I say kha because of this diacritics or short vowel here. Khal, kha. You can approximate it to this K here. You see they have a dash underneath it or a scratch to point out that it's not exactly like the Ka, but that's how you start with. Try to approximate the kha, khal, vinegar. The D is just like the D in English, D. So that's how it looks in the beginning and sometimes at the end. If there's letters that do not connect to it, you might see it like this at the beginning or at the end. And that's how it looks when something before a letter before it connects to it. So sometimes it will be in the middle like this because the letters, as I said, does not connect to it, the ones before it. No letters will connect to it at the end. So you'll never see this connected to a letter after it. So that's how it would look, D. Here, the word daqiq, daqiq. You see, I said this, don't worry about pronouncing these for now, but we'll get to it. So, q. I said q because of this short vowel, here. Daqiq. So this da, as in English da. Here, daqiq, this word means flour, like for bread, when you bake bread. So you can remember this word every time you look at flour. That's the whole point of listing these familiar nouns. Daqiq. Now here, this one you see it looks the same as this one, but has a dot on top of it. So that's the. It's like the in the definite article in English, the. So same thing, you see, that's how it looks in the beginning, sometimes at the end. And here, if something connects to it before it, it never connects to a letter after it in the script. So you see that's the. Dhubab. You see the here is a short vowel, the u, dhu. That's why I say dhu. I don't say the or the. I say dhu. Dhubab, because of this diacritic or short vowel u, dhu. Dhubab, which means fly. The insect, fly. Dhubab. So that's for these letters. Now this R here, the ra. That's how it's written. Same thing as these two letters. Nothing connects to the end of it after it, but before it something might connect to it. But this is how it would look in the beginning, ra, and sometimes at the end. Sometimes in the middle it would look like this, but the letters before it cannot connect to it. That's why it would look in the middle like this. And that's how, if something connects to it, that's how it looks, ra. See here, it's written with the letter that connects to it. So this tariq, ta, ri. Notice I said re, because of this short vowel r. طريق. طريق. This means road. Road. طريق. طريق. Here we have the z. Same story. You see, only difference between this one and this one is this dot here, and that's how it looks. In the beginning, at the end, in the middle, and sometimes in the beginning would look like, in the middle would look like this if the letter before it cannot connect to it. So here we have an example of that. You see zir. You see this R here is at the end, this one as a beginning. So this R, this Z cannot connect to this R. They just don't connect in the text or the script of Arabic. So they're just written like they are here. Zir. Notice z. I'm using this short vowel here. Z. Zir. So this means button, as in shirt. So that's zir. Next time, inshallah, we finish with the rest of the letter. Thank you.